Hello everybody and welcome once again to Armored Warfare. And we are on the map Barren Divide, of course global operations on 0.19. And before I continue, yes and no, I mean I have no information about 0.19 and when it will come. That information is not available within the community. Everyone is speculating, and to be honest, I really don't know. We've been playing on the Russian PTS, and I'm gonna tell you why we play the Russian PTS, because it's simply better arranged on the Russian PTS. For instance, the last PTS where the T-10s were at, we could play PvE. We had gold. We had fully trained crews in the tanks, and we could actually test. And you could not do that on the EU PTS. So I don't know why they put it up, and why they leave the PvE out of the game, or simply you cannot use it on the EU PTS, because it's quite important. Because a lot of people who play Armored Warfare are PvE players. That's the majority of your player base. And everyone who says that's not true, well, I'm gonna tell you now already, it is. The PvE player base is way bigger than the PvP at the moment. I don't know what's going to be in the future, because if the game is working out correctly and all the changes will have a positive effect and we will go forward, then of course PvP will also be played much more like global operations and other game modes to come. What can I tell you about 0.19? Nothing. When it comes? No, I don't know. The only thing that I can tell you now, that on the Russian PTS they have the progression server up, so the server, the progression in it, so that you can reset your system, and they linked it to the Russian server, normal gaming server, so people can test, try out the change and how the reset will work for them. So quite good, but again, when are we gonna see that one on the EU PTS? Because before you even start with already putting out the progression reset, should you not simply take care of the fact that there are way bigger problems at the moment about the weak spots of the big MBTs? In general, the MBTs, they are so easy to penetrate, they are so easy to take out. ATGMs flying left and right around you. It makes MBT gameplay really very passive. And camping, yeah, well, that's what you get if you start shooting. Let's shoot everyone ATGMs. It's going to be no more tanks, or very few. And not to speak about the light tanks, because they will have more to endure. They have to spot, they have to be on the battlefield and drive around. And within 2-3 ATGMs, a light tank is simply gone. And it also goes for MBT. If you drive on a map like Barren Divide, where you have a lot of open space, well, better hide behind the first rock that you see, because this gameplay, as it is now, is simply not going to work. And a lot of people will simply not accept this. At the moment we are seeing a big exodus of, well, the majority of the EU contributors. Myself, no, I will not. Because I told myself I will give it a fair chance, and until the end of the year at least. And with me, I know that Commander Strain also has similar ideas about it. And simply we're gonna do some other games next to Armored Warfare. And one of them will be World of Warships, and maybe World of Warplanes. And everyone starts laughing. World of Warplanes, does it still exist? Yes. And it's actually quite nice. And I think, again, it's personal. But never mind that. We are talking now about armored warfare. And as you see here, big open spaces. And you have to be, first of all, mobile. You have to be agile. And you have to pack some good armor. Well, MBTs are not so mobile. And that's also understandable. Ground resistance is quite heavy. In some cases completely gone. Like for instance a T-14, that's like a tank on roller skates. Really, because it's like a shopping cart. It goes every single way, and you have to do trouble to keep it straight. What can you expect from me? Well, I have a lot of material of 0.18 laying here. A lot of beautiful, really epic gameplay of replays, and I'm going to show you that. And I said it already before last week, but I have a dilemma, and that's simply which game shall I feature next to Armored Warfare. And I just mentioned World of Warships and World of Warplanes, but World of Warships is more viable for me. So, Armored Warfare. Will Lightfoot ready to leave Armored Warfare? Not in a million years. Because even if the tanks are crap and driving on whatever on their sides, whatever, I will keep playing this game. No, it's nonsense. But you know, I believe sincerely in this setup. They have to tweak it, and especially damage. The power of the AGGMs, the armor, the weak spots, you name it, is not working. They have weak spots the size of Kansas, and for instance the Abrams under his barrel, also the Leopard, easy pickings. But also it raises another question. Was the pixel aiming then so bad? Because that's what I'm thinking now. I mean, different kind of weak spots, different amount of damage being dealt and done. Was the 0.18 build then so bad? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Because now you see what happens when you start fiddling around with weak spots. Some tanks you can hardly play in an offensive way. You have to play very passive to keep your health. Because trading shots with your counterpart is simply dodging who dodges the most shots. And you have to put your shots in. So it's a roll of the dice. Who will win? And it will all happen within inches of each other. Standing across from each other and moving around and wiggling, hoping that the other will not hit you. And there are some vehicles that are so poorly, I mean, done armor-wise. You should not be in front with that vehicle. You should really stay far away from it. Spotting your light tank, I don't know. ATGMs do way too much damage. We talked about that. And I want to go forward. Like you guys, I want to see new tanks. I'm anxious. I want to highlight tanks. I'm gonna do reviews. I want to make content about this awesome game. And I think it's a diamond in the rough. It needs a lot of polishing. It needs to be tweaked. And in the meantime, myself, and of course Higgybaby will keep playing. And we will put out information as much as possible. streaming, of course, is one of those possibilities. And you know, somehow, if you're doing YouTube videos, you simply cannot go around the fact that streaming is the better media what you can use to put your word out there to you guys, and to make you guys having fun looking at that content. But still, we cannot do it alone, and we need help from the community to simply lift this up to a different level. So support us on YouTube, support us on Twitch, and we're gonna go forward from here. And also Higgy goes forward with his Armata. He sees a willing victim, and it's another Armata, similar, but he's alone, and enemy is shooting him in the behind. So he was just pulling up his socks, and you see it immediately getting taken out. Anyway, I find this map awesome. It has a lot of potential. Global Operations is a very popular game mode. Don't wait too long with bringing out more maps and more missions or whatever, especially for Global Operations. Also for PvP, I find the need for more diversity in the maps. And why? Because you simply can train your skills in several different ways, in several different scenarios. Not every level or map is the same. Anyway, look closely here what happens to the Abrams, and look where Higgy is aiming. See, APS went off, someone was firing a rocket at him, and now you see where Higgy is going to aim, and he is going to put the Abrams out of his misery. Let's see. There he goes. Not yet. Another rocket went over. And there he goes. The turret ring. Very big weak spot. Under the barrel. Big weak spot. So, not the right position, I think, for a big weak spot. Because your gun is being taken out many times. Being tracked in this game in your Chelly. In the middle of nowhere with enemies circling like buzzards above you. No. That's not gonna work. It needs more tweaking. It needs more TLC. And should we be patient? Yes. But our patience should be rewarded. And I'm curious what they will do to reward our loyalty towards armored warfare. I mean, there are still a lot of people playing this game and a lot of people believing this game. So MyCom, please come with information, let people know, organize some event or whatever. But let people know. And don't keep the silence. Anyway, let's look at Higgy's stats. And again, this game was more about showing you guys Barren Divide, the T-14 Armata. Higgy had quite a good game at 20k damage, at I think 9 kills. So overall, and I think he didn't use wildcards. But anyway, we will also put up more PvE content also of Higgy and myself, our explorations in PvE and the fun that we have, and trying to be competitive towards each other and having a lot of lols and laughs. Anyway guys, I hope I could lift the spirits a little bit with you guys. I hope you will keep supporting me and my channel, and of course also don't forget Higgy will also start streaming, and he's still testing at the moment, but as soon as he is live, we will also put his link in the description, so you can also watch Higgy's stream. Anyway guys, this is it for me for today. I want to thank you all for watching. Take really good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you soon.